Hello, I am Sunita ma'am and welcome to my channel Accelera Tutorials. In my previous video, I had explained the poem An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum by Stephen Spender, which is the second poem of your prose textbook Flamingo. This video is associated with the extract based questions of the same poem. So before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, share and comment and even watch the video till the end.
First extract. Far, far from gusty waves, these children's faces, like rootless weeds, their hair torn round their pallor, the tall girl with a weighed down head, the paper-seeming boy with rat's eyes. First question. What are these children compared to? Answer. These children are compared to the rootless weeds, which means they are unwanted in the society. Question 2. Why is the tall girl sitting with a weighed down head? Answer. The tall girl is sitting with her weighed down head because of the burden and stress of poverty. Question number 3. Explain the paper seeming boy with rat's eyes. Answer. The paper seeming boy with rat's eyes means that he is hungry and his eyes are always searching for food. Question number 4. Mention the poetic devices used in this stanza. Answer. The poetic devices used in this stanza are repetition, alliteration, metaphor, simile and imagery. Examples of repetition: far, far. Example of alliteration: far from. Metaphor: paper seeming boy with rat's eyes. Simile: like rootless weeds. And imagery: weighed down head. Second extract. The stunted, unlucky heir of twisted bones reciting a father's gnarled disease, his lesson from his desk at the back of the dim class, one unnoted, sweet and young, his eyes live in a dream of squirrel's game in tree room other than this. Questions related to this stanza. First question. Who is the unlucky heir and what has he inherited? Answer. The unlucky heir is the stunted boy and he has inherited the father's gnarled disease. Question 2. Who is sitting at the back of the dim class? Answer. A young and sweet boy is sitting at the back of the dim class. Question 3. What does he have in his eyes? Answer. He has dreams and aspirations of having a bright and good future ahead. Question number 4. What is a tree room? Answer. A tree room is a place where the squirrels live on the tree. Extract third. On sour cream walls, donations, Shakespeare's head, cloudless at dawn, civilized doom, riding all cities, belled, flowery, tireless valley, open-handed map, awarding the world its world. Questions related to this extract. Question 1. What is meant by sour creams? Answer. Sour cream means unpleasant. Question 2. What have been put up on the classroom walls? Answer. Donations like Shakespeare's head, a scenery and a map have been put up on the classroom walls. Question 3. Explain awarding the world its world. Answer. It means dividing the world according to their own wishes and fancies. Question number 4. Mention the poetic devices used in this extract. Answer. The poetic devices used in this extract are pun, imagery or symbols, personification, illusion, and assonance. Example of pun is sour cream, which means Dreams turn sour, and the other meaning is yellowish, dirty, or unpleasant. The example of imagery or symbols are civilized doom and open-handed map. Example of personification, riding all cities. Example of illusion, Shakespeare and Towerless Valley. Example of assonance, bell, flowery, Towerless Valley. Number 4. And yet, for these children, these windows, not this map, their world, were all their futures painted with a fog, a narrow street sealed in with a lead sky far, far from rivers, capes, and stars of words. Questions related to this extract. Question number 1. Who are these children? What do these windows refer to? Answer. These children are the children of the slum classroom, and these windows are the windows which do not open to opportunities and the wide world. Question number 2. What has been said about the world of these children? Answer. The world of these children is bleak and unclear. Question number 3. What type of future do they have? Answer. They have a future where they don't have any opportunities or aspirations in their life. Question number 4. Mention the poetic devices used in this extract. Answer. The poetic devices used in this extract are imagery, pun, repetition, alliteration, and metaphor. Example of pun, lead sky, which has two meanings, pollution or industrial waste, and the second meaning is heavily blocked where all escape is impossible. Repetition, far, far, example of alliteration, far from, example of metaphor, painted with a fog, sealed with a lead sky, and the last one is stars of words. Extract number 5. Surely Shakespeare's Wicked, the map, a bad example, with ships and sun and love tempting them to steal for lives that slyly turn in their cramped holes from fog to endless night on their slag heaps. These children wear skins peeped through by bones and spectacles of steel with mended glasses like bottle bits on stone. The questions related to this extract. The first question, why is Shakespeare wicked and the map a bad example? Answer, Shakespeare is wicked because his literature is far-fetched, children cannot understand it, and the map is a bad example because it shows the world where these children cannot go and they cannot come out from their cramped holes. Question number 2. Explain from fog to endless night. Answer. It means from morning to night or from birth till death. Question number 3. What does slag heap refer to? Answer. Here slag heap refers to their bodies, the malnutritious bodies. Question number 4. Mention the poetic devices used in this extract. Answer. The poetic devices used in this extract are alliteration, metaphor, and simile. Example of alliteration, surely Shakespeare. Next one is sun, ship. Next one is tempting them. Then from fog and bottle bits. Metaphor, from fog to endless night. And the next one is where skins peep through by bones, and the next one is cramped holes. The example of simile is like bottle bits on stone. Number 6. On their slag heap, these children wear skins peeped through by bones and spectacles of steel with mended glasses like bottle bits on stone. All of their time and space are foggy slum, so blot their maps with slums as big as doom. Question related to this extract. First question: which two images describe the slum? Answer: the images that describe the slum are slag heaps and foggy slums. Question number 2. What sort of life do these children lead? Answer: these children lead a very miserable life. Question number 3. Explain where skin peep through by bones. It means they are so emaciated and undernourished that their bones are peeping out from their skins. Question number 4. Mention the poetic devices used in this extract. Answer: the, the poetic devices used in this extract are imagery, simile, metaphor, and alliteration. Example of imagery or symbol: slag heap. Example of simile like bottle bits on stone and as big as doom. Example of metaphor where skin peeped through by bones. Example of alliteration: spectacle of steel and bottle bits. The seventh extract: unless governor, inspector, visitor, this map becomes their window, and these windows that shut upon their lives like catacombs. Questions related to this extract. Question number 1. Which map is being referred here? Answer: the map which has been put up on the classroom wall is being referred here. Question 2. What are these windows referred to? Answer: these windows are referred to the windows that do not open to opportunities. Question number 3. What has been referred as catacombs? Answer: their dirty surroundings, which block progress and growth, are referred as catacombs because they are shut inside such areas like underground graves. Question number 4. Mention the poetic devices used in this extract. Answer: the poetic devices used in this extract are imagery and simile. Example of imagery: window, and example of simile: shut upon their lives like catacombs. Extract number 8. Break, oh break open till they break the town, and show the children to green fields, and make their world run azure on gold sands, and let their tongues run naked into books. The white and green leaves open, history is theirs, whose language is the sun. Questions related to this extract. Question number 1. Explain break or break. Answer: break or break means to break the chains of disparity and allow the children to come out into the world of progress and prosperity. Question number 2. What freedom should these children have? Answer: these children should have the freedom of quality education without any restrictions. Question number 3. What does green fields and gold sand symbolize? Answer: green fields symbolizes prosperity and gold sand symbolize golden opportunities. Question number 4. Explain history is theirs, whose language is the sun. Mention the poetic device used here. Answer: the world listens to people who have authority and confidence, and the world is governed by the people who have the power of language. The poetic device used here is a metaphor. Dear children, I hope my explanation and diction was clear to you all. The questions, the answers, everything was clear to you all. And now this is the end of the extract based questions, so we'll meet again in my next video. So till then, bye all of you. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe my video. So bye, we'll meet again.